Hey guys, and welcome to the Moon Sliver. Anyways, so this is pretty much by the same person who did Wolf in Autumn. So it will probably be a one long episode, if not it will be split into two. But yeah, we will see how this goes. So I haven't started it up yet. Okay. So yeah, looks like we just do it in one full, complete sitting. Whether or not I split it in half, we'll never know. Okay. So move back side to side and looking around. And escape. Toggle menu. Okay. Oh wait, what's... here we go. Okay. Alrighty. So really it's just saying use it when you need to. Okay. Yesterday 4 people lived on this island, now only 1 remains. Okay. So then let's go over here. Right. Is there anything we need? Oh, what's this? Just, electrocute myself casually. That's cool. So 4 people lived on this. Only 4 people. What happened to the other 3? Like, man. Wait, that was my home, right? No, that's where I lived. Okay. They reached the ruins and strolled leisurely through them toward the shoreline. Isa could remember when the old buildings still stood here, filled with families. Okay. Ah, buggery. I can't read the... Something... He said, and he cried because he often cried during these talks. For what, she said? For a lot of things. Oh, I'm sorry, he said. Sorry guys, I couldn't read it because my, record thing's flashing up there along with, FPS. But, yeah. These conversations were not new. Long ago, Isa had learnt to love Abel, despite and for his despondency. She hugged him as the wind tossed her long grey hair around. Isa kept a smile on her face, although she did not feel like smiling. Something sat down beside the flashlight. What about Ellie? Has Ellie mentioned anything to you, she said. She didn't take it either, he said. Nor did I, nor did Abel, she said, and yet it's gone. Okay. Alright. Something, you're the last one I gave the key to, said Isa. Daniel stared at... Oh, Daniel. You're the last one I gave the key to, said Isa. Daniel stared at the mysterious control panel. He didn't meet her eyes. He never met anyone's eyes. I didn't take it, he said. Why would I take it? I'm the only one that told you it was missing. Fresh air from an unseen crack in the corridor cut through the room's stuffy mask. Okay. The something junk cast shadows on the opposite wall. How do you know Abel didn't take it? He said. Because I trust him, she said. He's a dismal man, but he would never hurt any of us. Do you trust Ellie? Daniel didn't answer immediately. I trust all of you, he said, because that's how we have to live. Okay, well, let me go back over here. I can't pick up that, which is a-okay. Let's go to the next one. I'm saying that she knows more than she's telling us, said Ellie. More wall sockets. What is your problem with Issa? Daniel said, putting his book down. He was annoyed at being interrupted here. The problem is that she's a liar, said Ellie angrily, fiddling with the knobs on the machine as she paced around, and that I have to keep explaining this to you over and over again. You don't know her like I know her. Exactly, you're not an impartial judge, he said. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with those things, but we'll see. She keeps the chapel locked, and she's the only one with a key, said Ellie, leaning on the barrels and folding her arms. So, you're saying she took it, he said. Okay. Right. What's over here? The mysterious liquid has drained from the tank and into the water long ago. Okay. What's over here? The skeletons were all that remained. What's over here? There's a little room. So we gotta find the key that goes to the place next to the place that we started off at. Come back when night falls. Okay. Night was wild and cold. Supposed to come back at night time to that place over there. Okay, so then what's up here? Okay, let's go. There is an evil man on this island, and I know him well. We played together as youths, we have cried together, we have eaten together, we have loved the same women, betrayed the same women. He is my constant companion and my worst enemy. He puppets my arms, legs and mouth to his own selfish ends, and secretly hurts everyone I love as I watch, helpless, with their unshed, unfelt blood on my hands. He gifts my flesh with indescribable pleasures and blights my soul with unutterable despair. His name is Sin, and we are irrevocably bound together. Surely there exists no hell worse than this. Okay. That's cool, you know? You know, whatever. Okay. What childlike emptiness I feel to find the most peaceful solace in fantasy, to find in masquerades a truth more vivid than reality. What sort of twisted villains were the ancient writers to taunt us with unreachable worlds more beautiful than our own? We have enough stored food to live long lives. When our wood runs out, we will be cold, but only so cold as to be uncomfortable. The water is rising, but it will be many years before it reaches our homes. Technically, we survive, but to what end? This island is all the world we know. It is nothing but the broken piece of a fairy tale. Okay, so like, what, these people decided to come out and live here for like what seems to be generations? Issa could not talk to Abel about her feelings because Abel was overburdened with his own. So she often sat at her desk and wrote. She did not know who would ever read her papers, but there was something profound about preserving thoughts so that they would live long after there was nobody around to read them. I picked up a key. She took the knife from the shelf. The blade was dull and rusty, but it was still pointed. She was not smiling. Got a couple of different keys, which is all well and good. Abel often visited Daniel. He loved to talk and Daniel loved to listen. Isa and I were out for a walk, said Abel as he entered. I thought I'd stop by before you got caught up in a book. Daniel put his book down. Hello, he said. His expression confused Abel. I've been thinking about life, said Abel, sitting down, and death and uncertainty. Daniel stared at the pile of wood. He hadn't burned wood for months. Let's talk about Ellie instead. Abel was silent for a moment. What about Ellie? He said. Daniel didn't need to answer. Abel swallowed. All right, let's talk about Ellie. Wait, what? Okay. Huh. Well, let's go this way. Is a... Okay. Oh, goodness. What were you and Abel doing at his house yesterday while I was climbing the mountain? He answered casually, flipping through the book on her table. It was covered in dust. Ah, it's going to go out soon. She glared at him. I'm going to get wood, she spat. Do you think I was too stupid to know? He said. I'm going to get wood. Yeah, wood. Ellie was laying on the bed. Daniel came in. She scowled scowled at him suspiciously and beautifully. What were you and Issa doing in the old power building? What were you talking about? Okay. The door has rusted shut. It would never open. Can I go into the water or? Daniel sat with Ellie under the tree, his arm around her. Do you remember when we used to climb that tower over there? He said. I wonder how long before the whole island is underwater. I wonder indeed. I got a couple keys, so I don't know. I'll go check out the chapel, I guess. I guess I'm like guessing it's the chapel, because I'm pretty sure that's my place, right? We came out. Yeah. So we'll go over to the chapel, see what's there. And I think it's slowly becoming nighttime. And we'll go back over there and okay. It's kind of creepy, kind of spoopy. Daniel was still thinking about his talk with Abel the day before. As he absently-minded picked the book up, something caught his eye, or rather, the lack of something. O world, O prison dingy white, O ghostly shadow grey, your whelming lies of false delight are dark and cold as moonless night, and bleak as sunless day. The word of Hector III, or Hector III, most of the text is illegible. Hector descended, darkness, terrible whispering, infinite and deep. Did not know how long he wandered, promises of brutal torture and mutilation waiting. Begone, teeth of the forest, spoke the holy incantations written upon, return to the surface. The word of Hector II, the woodland teeth, the monster of the forest, was more tenacious than the other demons. It hated the people of Hector and desired to take the island away from them, and it lurked in the dark corners and unseen passageways, scheming horrific schemes. It came to pass that Ursula was taken, stalked by the woodland teeth in the dark underground, attacked and dragged down to hell. Then the moon came to Hector in a dream and said, Hector, the time has come. Your great enemy has arrived. You would all do well to tremble, for his power is great and his depravity is unspeakable. Go, take the moon Sliver from its pedestal and do battle. And so Hector went to the chapel of infinite light and retrieved the moon Sliver and went into the tunnels. Is it one more letter? Yeah. Oh no, Hector, the word of Hector 4. Again, the moon came to Hector in a dream. The woodland teeth is vanquished, it said. Your people are safer now, but it still waits, lurking in the depths. It fears the moon Sliver, and it will not dare appear again while the holy documents remain in your possession. But know this, should the moon Sliver ever be destroyed, even my divine light will not be able to save you from the wrath of the woodland teeth, and the darkness of hell. Keep it safe. Keep it ready. And may ye live in prosperity on this island that I have given ye. Let your prosperity be a sign that the words I speak are true. And then everyone like fucking dies. Oh, there it is. The word of Hector 1. The moon sliver was written by the pure spring rain upon pages of dried leaves and found by noble Hector. The moon spoke to Hector, saying, "Take this, the moon sliver, and make it a place in the chapel of infinite light, for it is a holy document. Man cannot read it, but its every letter is known to the demon of the night, and greatly feared. Know that it will protect you, and even should my light cease to bathe the night in holy silver. Give it a place of honor, and treat it as a prized possession, for it is your weapon against evil." And so Hector took the moon sliver and placed it in the chapel of infinite light upon a silver pedestal, and the night was warm with light, and the day was bright with warmth. Alright. He stared at the empty days for some time, struggling to comprehend this simple, shocking fact. Had someone moved it? Issa, perhaps. She was the only one with a key to the Chapel of Infinite Light, but Ellie or Abel could have borrowed it from her, as he had done, or taken it. Regardless, he had to tell the others. Okay. Running out of light. Okay. It's most definitely nighttime now. Right, It is night though. It is night time. I'll be back in a sec, guys. I'm gonna try and work this out. Ooh, that kind of made me jump a little. Okay. Oh! So those electric points actually refill my torch. That's cool. I didn't know that, but that's cool. Am I supposed to be here? Ellie was uneasy. The darkness had never felt this menacing before. It seemed alive, watchful. Go this way. The code was long forgotten. Nobody had been here for many years. I don't know what the code is. The middle two. There we go. Oh, this place is a bit more dingy, isn't it? They had to know the truth and Hector would not tell it. So down here, where nobody could find him, he wrote on scraps of paper. Maybe someday someone would discover them. Alright, I think that's all at that end, so let's go check out the other end. Can't see down either corridor. Ellie? Daniel's voice echoed around the tunnel silence. Well, what about this way? Don't run out on me now. Let me go. Yeah, through here, right? Yep. Thank you. Okay. And we've been down that way, so let's go straight this way and go down this way, see what's over here. Unless it's just loops around, that'd be alright. How weird, okay. Don't know what these are for, I don't think they're really for anything. A family of rats lived amid the crates of dried food. They were perhaps the last animals left alive. Huh. So what happened? She couldn't explain the feeling. It was as though something was lurking around every corner, staying out of sight, staying ahead of her. Don't say that, that makes me think. Daniel heard soft scratching footsteps behind him. Okay. Like, gross. Now left or right? We're gonna go left. See where this dead end? Nope. Okay. I just don't want to go somewhere where I might continue the story. He called again, Ellie, but he had no footsteps. Okay, we'll go this way. Go this way, see what's over here. Nothing there. Come on, camera. Weird. What is this place, man? She never felt like this before. She knew these tunnels well. She had been down here hundreds of times, of course, yet she was lost. Lost, confused, and afraid. I think I meant to go back up that way, but we'll go. Okay, yeah, back up this way. Oh, crack my back. We'll refill the flashlight once more and we'll continue on. Like, oh shit, this way. That's right, left. He called again, Ellie, still no answer, but he heard the footsteps again. Go right. Ah, it just loops around. That's cool. Almost loops around. He didn't have time to cry out at the shadow silhouetted in his flashlight beam lunging towards him. The fuck, man? Why? Why? Like, who is this person? Who have they been killing? I'm kind of scared. I would really want to know what's going on, but like, this is a really long corridor. Oh, hell no. Hell no. The fuck was that? The fuck was that? There's another flashlight, but it's like dead. She felt its breath before she felt its claws, and then she was gone. The fuck, man? Is this because we don't have some holy piece of shit paper? Kidding me, right? And so what, these people came down here to try and figure out what the fuck is going on. And now it's just my turn. It's my turn to die. That's great. Thanks, guys. I really freaking appreciated it. Wait, is that all that was down here? Must have been. So I guess we're going back upstairs then? Because we've been down there. Hold on, I'll refill my flashlight again. Alright. So what is the only place I really got left to go now is just the, I think it's this way. Is just the place, right? Just got one more place, unless that rusted thing suddenly unrusted shot. Like unrusted. Up. That's right. This is bloody nighttime and a half. Something continue to the mountain. Okay. So Issa couldn't remember the last time she had been under the mountain. There was no reason to come here, but she had looked everywhere else. She clutched the old knife in her right hand. Today, the moon sliver went missing. Today, Ellie, Daniel, and Abel were all nowhere to be found. She knew the word of Hector by heart, and the sinister implications were not lost on her. Okay. So what, am I just gonna go fucking... Ellie, she called? Daniel? Abel? Abel heard her and answered, "I'm here." There was something strange about his voice, something Issa didn't like. "What are you doing here?" "I am reading of ages past," he said. "Do you know where Ellie and Daniel are?" I do not," he said. "They are missing," she said. "They are missing, and the moon sliver is missing. Do you understand me? Do you understand what this implies?" "I do," he said. "Night will fall in a few hours, and we need to stick together. We can sleep in the same house, mine or yours. We'll keep the fire burning, we'll keep the door locked, and we'll pray, Abel. We'll pray to the unseen moon for mercy and protection." "Are you happy here, Issa?" "We cannot stay in the dark. It thrives in the dark." "Are you happy?" "Yes, I'm happy. Please, Abel." There were tears in his eyes and he struggled to control his voice. Issa, I know you. I know every inch of you. I know every corner of your mind. You aren't happy. None of us are happy. Issa didn't respond. I'm staying here. The tears were flowing freely now. I would like it if you stayed with me, Issa. Please, stay with me. It will find you, Abel. I let it out, Issa. I destroyed the moon sliver. Issa was shocked and silent. I burnt it yesterday after I talked with Daniel. Her eyes were filling with betrayal, angry tears. What? Abel, no, why? Do you want to be dragged to hell? Do you want us to be dragged there with you? Oh, shit. I was already in hell. This island, this horrible, barren, lonely island, this place of sin, this is hell. I saw the blasphemous scraps of paper Jeremiah found those many years ago. I read them before they were destroyed. Perhaps I was the only one who did, and I did not believe them. But I have lived life since then, and I have seen the truth of their words. Issa could not respond. As tears streamed down her face, she just kept walking towards the sound of his voice, a knife clutched in her hand. You could not read the blasphemous scraps, Issa, but I did, and I remember them with incredible clarity, supernatural clarity even. Fear not the dark shadows or the scratches in the night, for the woodland teeth is your salvation, it is your escape, it said. It said this and more, Issa. The woodland teeth is not here to take us to hell, it is here to take us away from hell. She could see him ahead, her flashlight beam cutting through the sickly fog. He was sitting in a chair, on a book on his lap. As she approached, she could see that he was crying too. Please, trust me, please. I believe the word of Hector, she said, and I will not go to hell. I believe the word of Hector, she said again, and put the knife to her chest, pointed first. No, Issa, please don't. Stay with me. Don't leave me alone. I love you, she spat tearfully. I love you so much. She closed her eyes and pushed. She remembered where the heart was located from one of her father's old books. Abel was too slow to catch her falling body. He knelt beside her and sobbed for some time. He was not a strong young man anymore, but Issa's body was light. He would take her out to the water. She had always loved the water, but then what? Read until it found him? No, he didn't feel like reading anymore. He was ready to be rid of this entire cursed island, books and all. He would simply wander, aimlessly and freely, to take one last look at the island and feel the wind blowing the memories away. And then when night fell, he would return. And wait. I don't want to turn around. Okay. Well, I guess that was the moon sliver. Oh, what? Am I still controlling? I am. Morning dawned on the empty island, cold and bright and windy. The moon sliver. Wow. God, these things, I love the story to these things so much. You know, you start off from knowing nothing and then, you know, getting so deep into the story, just wanting to know what happens time after time. Who are you playing as, you know? And then you figure out that, you know, you're playing as Abel, the guy who burnt the moon sliver, who pretty much killed everyone, practically. And I don't know, that was really good. Really good. Man. Like, sometimes, like, you know, having games this short that only go for about an hour-ish, I think are really good, especially when the narrative is quite captivating. Like, you know, you got the ones that can go for games upon games upon games, but when you end something so smoothly and so, like, yeah, this is the end, it's satisfying. Yeah, like a satisfying ending. So to have this, I like it. It's the A Wolf in Autumn was as satisfying ending in my point of view. Like, yeah, you found out all this different stuff, and this girl, you know, she's just, you know, doing all that stuff, and but we're not talking about the game. We're talking about this one. And I really enjoyed this. It's simple, you know, a bit puzzly here and there. You gotta explore and, sorry. And, you know, like they say, it's like a walking simulator. It's really nice. It's sometimes a bit creepy here and there. Environmental feel is just absolutely amazing. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next game. See yas.